hypothetical debate. Plato versus René Descartes. Setting: a celestial library filled with books from across time and space. Plato and Descartes, two of history's most influential philosophers, are engaged in a lively debate. Plato: René, your emphasis on the individual mind as the source of knowledge is intriguing, but it risks isolating us from the world of forms. True understanding, I believe, comes from our participation in the eternal realm of ideas. Descartes: Plato: while your theory of forms offers a compelling explanation of reality, it relies on a metaphysical realm that is difficult to verify. I argue that the mind, or cogito, is the only thing we can be absolutely certain of. Plato: but the mind itself is a product of the forms. It is through our souls, which have existed before our bodies, that we are able to grasp these eternal truths. Descartes: your theory of the soul is speculative. I prefer to ground my philosophy in what is clear and distinct, and the mind is the most certain thing I can know. Plato: you seem to prioritize certainty over truth. The forms are the ultimate reality, even if they are not directly accessible to our senses. Descartes: certainty is the foundation of knowledge. Without a solid foundation, our beliefs are built on sand. And the mind, the cogito, is that foundation. Plato: but the mind alone cannot provide us with a complete understanding of the world. We need to connect with the realm of forms through reason and contemplation. Descartes: reason is indeed essential, but it must be grounded in clear and distinct ideas. The mind, through its innate faculties, can discern these ideas and construct a reliable system of knowledge. Plato: your emphasis on individual reason risks leading to solipsism. How can we be sure that our individual perceptions correspond to an objective reality? Descartes: I agree that there is a risk of solipsism, but I believe that we can overcome it by recognizing the shared nature of our rational faculties. If we all have the same innate ideas, then we can infer that there is a common reality that we are perceiving. Plato: while your approach is intriguing, it still falls short of the ultimate truth. The forms are the true reality, and our goal should be to participate in that realm through reason and contemplation. Descartes: your theory of forms is beautiful, Plato, but it lacks the empirical foundation that I believe is necessary for true knowledge. The mind, as the source of our ideas, is the key to understanding the world. The two philosophers continue their debate, each convinced of the superiority of their own perspective. As the sun begins to rise, they agree to continue their discussion another day. The celestial library, a few days later, Plato and Descartes reconvene to continue their philosophical discourse. Descartes: Plato, I've been considering your argument about the forms. Perhaps there is a way to reconcile our perspectives. Plato: how so, Descartes? Descartes: I've been thinking about the role of the mind in perceiving the forms. Perhaps the mind acts as a filter, shaping our perception of the eternal realm. Plato: that's an interesting idea, Descartes. Perhaps the forms exist as pure ideas, and our minds give them concrete form. Descartes: exactly. The mind, with its innate faculties, provides the structure through which we understand the world. But the content of those ideas comes from the realm of forms. Plato: so we are both correct in a way. The forms exist as eternal truths, but our minds are necessary to perceive and understand them. Descartes: I believe so. The mind and the forms are interconnected, each providing a crucial piece of the puzzle. Plato: this is a promising development, Descartes. Perhaps we can find a way to synthesize our philosophies. Descartes: I agree. Our debate has been fruitful, and I believe that by combining our insights, we can gain a deeper understanding of reality. Plato: let us continue our discussion then. The path to truth is long, but with perseverance and open minds, we may yet reach our destination. As the sun begins to set, Plato and Descartes agree to meet again. Their debate has evolved from a clash of opposing viewpoints into a collaborative exploration of the mysteries of existence. The Celestial Library, several weeks later. Plato and Descartes have been meeting regularly to discuss their philosophical differences. Plato: Descartes, our discussions have been enlightening. We have found common ground in unexpected places. Descartes: indeed, Plato. Our debate has forced us to examine our own assumptions and to consider new perspectives. Plato: I believe we have arrived at a synthesis of our philosophies. The mind and the forms are interconnected, each playing a vital role in our understanding of reality. Descartes: I agree. The mind provides the structure through which we perceive the forms, while the forms offer the eternal truths that shape our understanding. Plato: our journey has been a long one, but it has been worth it. We have learned much from each other. Descartes: and our journey is not over. There is still much to explore, much to understand. Plato: perhaps we will meet again in this celestial library to continue our philosophical discourse. Descartes: I look forward to it, Plato. Until then, let us continue to seek truth and knowledge together. As the sun begins to set, Plato and Descartes stand side by side, gazing out at the vast expanse of the cosmos. Their debate has transformed into a partnership, a shared quest for understanding.